And I think our young kids finally decided it was time. We've been getting beat, 6, 7 games where they were heartbreakers. And it could have happened today. It really could have. We were leaning towards that side. We played great for 40 minutes, and, bad bounces happened our way. And, our kids just fought. It's a gritty win for us to go in double overtime. I can't even just pick out 1 or 2 players. We could have brought the whole team in here today, we would have. Whether it was our starters or our subs, they came in and they found a way to help us and contribute. We got to the free throw line, we hit our free throws. We came up with big-time plays when we needed to. And, it feels good to be here for another game. And these kids, I think they grew up today and they finally got to that point where they know. We've been telling them all year since January, you're not freshmen anymore because you played so many minutes. You're sophomores. Lake being a sophomore, she is a junior. We just hung in there, and I know that we beat a great team. And it's going to be tough when you get to conference play. Here it goes again. We go tomorrow at 11. We just have to get back. We have to rest. We spent a lot of energy on this, but now we know what it feels like to win a conference game. At least as far as I've been here. So it's regroup tomorrow and go again. We're going to play McNeese, and they beat us twice, but they're still that same kind of game where it's gritty, and we know that we got 40 minutes and we have to get the job done.
You had once of all, identify yourself, identify to whom you're asking the question, and make sure your phones are off. I'll embarrass you. Okay.
Dan Shapiro, Bowman Enterprise, for Coach Harmony. You had injuries, you had sickness, I heard that PR was sick, you had foul trouble, seemed to all kind of go against you and you're able to pull this out. Have you really ever had a win as a coach that you were able to overcome so much?
Well, maybe not, but, the kids that subbed in, they didn't think about it. I think that part of our youth was helpful because they didn't think what kind of situation they were put in. But we knew going in that KJ didn't feel well, that she had a stomach flu, but the kids still played. And she still went out there when most people would just say, "No, I can't even dress, Coach." So everybody built on her energy, on her being brave like that. But and the rest was just Adisha with a cramp, but she'll be back tomorrow ready to go. But it does say a lot for our kids coming off the bench and deciding we're going to get this W. It wasn't just our starters this time; it was the whole entire team. That whether you got on that floor or you were on there cheering, it helped us get that W.
Chastity and Gabe for talk about the defense playing, especially against Strickland, who had an amazing game offensively with all the rebounds and stuff. Talk about the defense of the team. Y'all set, I think, a conference record with forcing turnovers and steals that y'all got.
Yeah. We just knew defense was a really big factor in this game, especially to win in 2 overtimes. Against Strickland, we know that she was the top scorer, leading scorer, and we had to contain her and still get the win, so that's what we tried to do.
And Chastity, how difficult was it when Lake went out and Kiara went out, and you didn't have really, many post players? How difficult was it for you guys to really defend inside?
It was pretty tough, because we are a small team, minus maybe 4 or 3 people, but we just had to step up in roles that I used to taking and just, take the role and do what we had to do. So it was pretty tough, but we pulled it through.
Question for you, like a Brandon Williams, Southland Conference. Just talk about, the heart of this team. If you look at the stats, HBU seemed to have the edge, but you guys really dug in deep, particularly diving for loose balls and, just basically doing the dirty work.
Every day in practice, we practice hard, and they put us in tough situations, so in moments like this, we step up. It was really big for Beverly to hit those threes because, she's doing it in practice. Exactly what happened today is stuff that happened to us every day in practice. So it was really big. Everyone was excited because we knew we could do it and we did it. So.
Coach, talk about your confidence in Bailey. There was one point in time where she's 2 for 17 at one point, but you still had the confidence to just let her continue shooting.
We never tell our kids not to shoot. The only person I told not to shoot today was one sitting beside me. We didn't want her to shoot the ball on the first pass. She took 4 of those shots, but they always have the green light. We just wanted to work the ball around a little bit. But, Bailey knows that she's a shooter, and shooters have no conscience. And trust me, she doesn't think about the one she's missed. And she hit the big one. Once she hits one, we know Bailey's going to hit the second and the third. And when she shot it, I knew it was in, all 3 of them. I just knew. I didn't even make a face like, oh boy, why'd you take that? No, she is money. She doesn't think about it. She'll come back and she'll find a way to help us.
Go ahead.
Coach, did you talk to your team about how HBU was in the opposite position last year, being the low seed and make a run?
Absolutely. We knew that we were the number 1 seed and we didn't get a W the first year. We were the 2 the second year and didn't get a W. And we knew that HBU was the team at 8 that came and went all the way through and got to the championship game. So they know that, but they also know at tournament time anybody can get, the numbers don't mean anything, especially on the women's side. Our conference is so strong that we can beat each other on any given day, and that's what happened again.
Coach, were you a little surprised with how well HBU was shooting, especially from three-point line?
No, they always shoot. I mean, we gave them room. Once they get their confidence, they did that to us, the second game when we played them at their place. When there are a lot of Euros and shooters, you can't give them a second to shoot. So once they hit 1 or 2, they're ready to go. But, I think that we did a good job on stopping their 2, Strickland and Neal, who, I think Neal's one of the best players in this conference, and she didn't get on first, second, or third team. I wish she would have got on one of those teams so she didn't come at us so hard. But she is legit. She's a big-time player. So we at least contained her. But, boy, when she needed that bucket, she found a way to get it for them.
Coach, just talk about, the basic fundamentals of this game when it comes down to free throws. You guys hit them and they did.
Yeah, we got to the line a lot, and we shot 76%. Did I want to shoot better? Absolutely, and I think we could have. But it is about hitting free throws. We've been working on it. We have punishment when we don't get 75%. I guess I need to change that number to about 80 because, we should be hitting those free throws. And when we did miss, it was barely. So they hit clutch shots, they went up to the line, and, that's what extended our lead for us was the free throw line.
Chastity, was there a huge sigh of relief as the horn sounded, knowing that, there wasn't going to be a third overtime or the possibility of it?
We were hoping there wasn't because we know that we kind of got messed up on the last time we had the second one. But, yeah, if there was, we were ready to go, I think. We had, enough people, non-foul trouble, enough energy to come out and do what we needed to. But we were happy to know that was in the game, honestly.
Any of you ladies experience a game like this before, high school or college?
I mean, I have. I have so many times. We get 2, 3, or 4 overtimes. But it's just the hardest you have to have, to finish it out.
This will be the last question.
Blake, talk about facing McNeese tomorrow, the rival school right down the road. They beat you twice this year. I'm sure that means a lot.
We haven't played our best against McNeese, but we know that we have to show up, show out, get this win. We may be tired today, but we just got to put it behind us, take it one game at a time, go out there, put our all, lay everything on the line, save nothing for the next game.
Congratulations.
Thank
See you in the
you.
morning.